As you can see, I am very out of shape and I have not been working out for a couple of months. I need to go back to the gym. Haha, how you doing? That was not the content of this video. The content of this video begins right now. And by the way, you should have the mental fortitude to look past me being shirtless and pay attention to the content of this video because it's very important. Now, if you're of a very resilient mind that is brimming with creativity, or you would like to maybe expand your creative prowess so that your imagination can soar ever higher, and maybe you want to fortify the strength of your mind and build new neural pathways that will help you maybe take on whatever you are doing in your daily aspects of life with much more surety and confidence because you are very confident in the strength of your mind, then you will be very glad you selected this video because I have a couple of things that I want to share along those lines. Which lines? The lines of sharpening your mind, the lines of improving your creative prowess. Have you ever seen a sharp knife? A knife that is being sharpened every day cuts whatever it needs to cut, it slices through it because it has been sharpened and fortified to do its work. With that being said, let me go to my desktop. I want to show you something. That is code, but I'll talk about the code later. Look at my desktop. Obsession beats discipline with an image behind it. This image is most likely of an obsessed person. Look at the dark eyes. These eyes look at you in the darkness. You run away because he's an obsessed guy looking for what he wants. But let me talk about discipline. Have you ever seen a disciplined person? Do you know what discipline is? People normally train, monks normally train to be disciplined in the mountains and even in the temples. A monk can go without sex for about 40 years, okay, just keeping the testosterone inside and maybe fasting and working out and doing martial arts. And over the years, you can find that this guy can balance on a stick. A very disciplined person who has been repeating an act over years and has become disciplined at it and is very dangerous, such a person. But here comes an obsessed guy who doesn't give a damn about this discipline that you have acquired over 40 years. And according to the image, an obsessed person who is driven by inexplicable forces is greater than this disciplined person, which is a sad state of affairs because the discipline is not easy to acquire. But the obsessed person outdisciplines the disciplined guy. So that's my desktop. I don't know why I said it, but I said it. Let's go back to the content of the video. Now, do you know what we will be doing? We will be building a university on YouTube. Well, some of you might say, hey, Vic, you do not have the money to build an university. I know. I cannot build a physical university. We'll be building an online based university. And I am not talking about a university website, like let's say University of Nairobi or Kenyatta University, and then their website. I am talking about a website that is actually a university. Students can register and they can learn on that platform. Do you get what I'm talking about? The platform itself is a university. And we will be using that tutorial. But by the way, we'll be using that tutorial to strengthen our mind and and to foster the resilience of the mind and to boost the creativity. But it is not a coding video. This is an introductory video to show you what we will be building. Coding comes in later when I have a shirt. When you see me with a shirt, know I'm very serious. So today I'm just showing you what we'll be doing. And the reason we will be doing it this way is because code offers a sandbox. What I mean by a sandbox is like a playing ground for your mind, and the mind is subjected to difficult environment. Let me just scroll to the next page so that it stops being so white. So this is Leonardo da Vinci, and I picked Leonardo because he's an emblem of creativity and mental strength. Okay, so coding is like a sandbox or a playground for your mind to develop mental resilience, and the skills you develop here in the sandbox can have a spillover effect outside the sandbox. Okay, so this mental strength that we'll be acquiring here, because it's not easy to do it, but we will do it. I will show you shortly. This, look, we have a library and a studio. I'm using the studio right now, the studio of the university, to film this video. The skills we acquire in the sandbox can have a spillover effect in other aspects of your life. Okay, because it's not easy to write code, but once you write it, when you now go to the gym, if you're a gym guy, you will lift it. I'm so thin these days. You will lift that weight. Okay, you will apply the mental fortitude that you learned from code. Okay, it is not easy to do these things, but your mind knows that it is not easy, and it is turned on by these difficult things. Okay, like writing code, like doing calculus. I might teach you calculus in the mix. So lock in. But I will not teach you calculus in a long time. For now, we'll be doing code and we'll be writing this university. But before I lose track of what I'm saying, and it's like I'm already losing track of what I'm saying, let me show you something. Okay, I realized that this studio that I built for the university library, is better than, people normally use OBS. Most people who require to record their screen for YouTube, they normally use OBS Studio to record the screen. But I found out that the screen recorder that I built using on my own, using uh, JavaScript frameworks, is way better than OBS in a number of ways. Audio quality, this studio. This studio is better than OBS. Video quality, the picture quality, this one, top notch. OBS is very terrible. In fact, I'm just going to close it right now. This is the latest version, by the way. No, okay, it has helped me. Let me not say it's very terrible. I used it in previous videos, but I'm not going to use it ever again. So let me close it because I built a better tool using JavaScript, frameworks that are available to everyone in the world. Okay, and we will be using it to foster our mind, not to build the program. If you want to build the program, well and good, but I am here to foster the mind so that we start a project from the start and go with it to the end and run with it to the end. Because if we stop in the middle, then the project is not done. That is the point of this playlist. That's the point of this playlist. If we stop in the middle, it's not done, and that means that our mind is not strong enough to withstand things to the end. And that means that you are neither disciplined nor obsessed. You don't fall in any of these categories. Okay? Whew. So now what next? I show you the library, right? Now, for you to find this studio that I am bragging about, just go over to greenbooks.co.ke. Okay? Greenbooks.co.ke. Like this. Greenbooks.co.ke. It should load up the home, but my internet is a bit slow. So this is Greenbooks. Let me switch to the camera. So greenbooks.co.ke is in the cloud, okay? And there is also a project that is running locally on the machine. which is the one I'm using to record the video. As you can see, localhost 3000, localhost 3000/studio. If I go to the home, it is localhost 3000. If I go to the home of the one in the cloud, it is greenbooks.co.ke. But I can navigate to the studio, and as you can see, greenbooks.co.ke/studio. And here it is localhost, and here localhost slash the root of the studio. Okay. So there are two versions of this website, just to prove that I have the code. If I open my Visual Studio, well, as you can see, uh, compiled successfully. You can now view Greenbooks in the browser, localhost 3000. If you follow the link, you will open up localhost 3000 like this. And this 3000 is similar, but it has a few more updates that are not yet to be published in Greenbooks, in the server. Okay, maybe I'm saying listen, yeah, maybe I'm saying a lot of complicated stuff right now. I may be saying complicated stuff right now, but it will be easier over time. For you for some of you who are already programmers, maybe this is stuff that is basic to you, but I am talking to somebody who is clueless. I'm talking to the people who are clueless. Okay. So let me show you how the library looks like. So if you move away from home and go to the library, leave alone the studio. If you go to the library, you will open up this page, University Library. Explore. There's something did I show you? No, something I need to show you. This image. Did I show you this image? Young coders are using AI for everything, giving blank stares when asked how programs actually work. We are going to pay for this later. There. Let me take a break with this one. This is a meme that I liked, and it's also supposed, that meme also borders on creativity, so don't dismiss it. This one. But it's not the one I want to talk about. The one I want to talk about is this. Young coders are using AI for everything, giving blank stares when asked how programs actually work. We are going to pay for this later. So there are several things here. Young coders, okay, young coders who are increasingly using AI for everything. This is also another thing. Increasingly using AI for everything. And now when you ask them how the program actually works, they give you blank stares. Eh? They give you blank stares because they are clueless. Do you think this is a blank stare? Leonardo da Vinci cannot give you blank stares because he knows what he was doing. But these young coders who are using AI for everything, I'm not saying AI is bad. AI is here to accelerate development and learning. But there is a high risk. There is a high risk of losing your mental strength and resilience and even creativity to AI tools. There's a very high risk because you simply just carry a project that has been thrown at you, and you put it in your portfolio. You own it as your own project and you know nothing about it. So don't give blank stares. Don't give blank stares because we you have to understand what you are doing. And that is part of the mental training involved in this playlist, which I hope many of you will stick to the end. I am very sure I will lose very many people along the way. And like I said, this is just an introductory video. When you see me with the shirt, just know that I am serious now. We are about to write code. I am this serious. Okay? But with this in mind, have this post in mind. Young coders are using AI for everything, giving blank stares. Don't give blank stares. Have this in mind while you're watching this video, okay? So, back to the library. If you go back to the library, you'll see the university library. This page loads up. Explore various fields of tertiary education. This is an initiative to make university level education open source. Join the course and begin publishing and acquiring research papers and curriculum modules from this university library today. So there are several features on this library. You can publish and you can acquire. But as you can see, the library is currently suffering. You have zero documents and zero users in all schools. Okay, it's not suffering, it just started. I'm here to market it. I'm here to market it. And marketing is part of the journey, not just development. Development is hard enough, but selling is even harder because now people are not even interested in whatever you are talking about. And you have to make them interested. And that is the mental fortitude that I'm talking about. You know the journey you are making is difficult, but you still go towards that direction. You go that way, not this way, not this way. You go that way. Okay? So I have to market it, but that's story for another day. We are currently looking at the library. Now look at all these schools: agriculture, applied human sciences, business, economics, education, school of engineering, environmental studies, hospitality and tourism. We have public health, the school of medicine, the school of law. We have humanities and social sciences. We have the school of pure and applied sciences, visual and performing arts, Confucius Institute to handle the philosophy of the university, peace and security studies. We have creative arts, film and media studies, architecture. So as you can see, oh, as you can see, our library has several schools. Okay, we built it, and without writing those schools down, the schools will never exist. Okay, you have to actually do it for it to exist. If I did not do it, then it will never exist in the first place. I will not have something to show you. So you have to actually write the code. Okay, strengthen your mind. Don't be lazy. You have to actually do the thing, because if you don't do it, or if you do it halfway with errors, then you will never end up with the real thing. Do you get what I am talking about? You have to see things through to the end and get actual results. So, back to the library. I have to add a document. I want to add, I'm not going to add it on this video, but I should add a button here for users who feel that their school is not represented. Okay, they can add a school and select an image, and maybe it will be a school if I approve it. Okay, if I approve it. But if I don't, no, that's not the point. If I approve, no, approval is not the point. Addition of the button is the point. If I don't add it, then the button will never ever exist. Okay, I have to be the one to add it. And if I am lazy and not add it, then it will continue not being there. Do you get what I am talking about? That is that is what I'm talking about, and we have to you have to do it for it to exist. Now let's go into the schools and see how inside the schools look. I'm going to select School of Engineering, and as you can see, loading departments. The engineering and technology departments will load up and will show up over here. So we have civil engineering, and you can add documents there. Electrical and electronics engineering is also a department. We have mechanical engineering. We have a department for energy technology, gas and petroleum, and lastly, computer and information technology. All other schools also have their own departments, like say business, loading departments. We have management science, accounting and finance, business administration, several departments. Which one? Pure and applied. If we go into, we have biochemistry and biotechnology. We have pure chemistry, we have pure physics, microbiology, mathematics. Look at all these departments, okay? And they do not have documents currently. That's why they are 00 over here. And you see all these features, document count, user count. When a document is uploaded, the count has to go to 1. Or the procedure of uploading the document, you actually have to code it. Without coding it, or if you code it with errors, let me switch the camera for emphasis. Rock hard abs. If you code it with errors or you don't complete the code will never exist. That is what we are here to train, okay? Mental fortitude, to realize that the code must be written and therefore I have to write it, whether it will take me the whole night or the whole week. I have to write it and it has to be done and it has to work perfectly with 0 errors. Okay, all these features, document count, how to upload the video or the document, everything has to be written to the end. Okay, so let us go into the school. I show you a feature that also has to be written. As you can see, I'm not signed up on Greenbooks. Okay, I'm not signed up. If I go to the profile, it will ask me to sign in, but I don't want to do that now because in the local host, I am already signed in as Vico HQ. Can you remember my Twitter? Now I am asking you to follow me at Vico HQ. I am signed in, and if I click my profile, it should load up my profile. But I have no documents uploaded. I have no videos published. I have no blog posts. No, I have no blog posts yet. But as you can see, I can log out and I can edit my profile. So the profile, I'm already signed in. Now here is a feature I want to show you. Let us go back to the library and then the School of Engineering. You cannot upload a document if you are not signed in. Okay. See, I'm not signed in. I try to upload a document. It pops up a model. This is called a model, a React model that asks me to sign in with Google. But I don't want to sign in right now, just to show you the difference between the one that is online and the one that is on the local machine. But if I try to upload the document on the one that is signed in on the local host, it pops up a model that asks me to select the upload type, either a document or audio visuals, a video. Say something like this lecture that we are recording right now. You can select it and upload it on this Department of Civil Engineering if you like. But I'll select a document. So mental strength and creative expansion. This is the document that we are currently on in the studio. Now, engineering and technology is already pre-selected and you cannot select other schools because we are in the School of Engineering. Now you can select the departments you want, maybe civil, electrical, or even the one that is down below there, computer and information technology. And then maybe you can try to describe the document so that other users can find it later in the future. Okay, this is a document that explains blah 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 blah. Okay, and then here's also another feature. There are two boxes here with the check boxes. Look at, you can select many levels to specify the level that the document can apply to. Because you know, a single document can go through all these years. You can use the same document in third year or in year 2 and year 1. But a document type cannot be both a test paper and a course content. Do you see this feature? This is also something. There's a difference between this area and this area. This is mutually exclusive and the selection here is not mutually exclusive. Mutual exclusion means one, it can only be one and it cannot be both. So that is also a feature that we will be doing through code. In subsequent videos where I'll be wearing a shirt, when you see me with a shirt, don't joke around. You can also select a thumbnail. Can also select a thumbnail. There's one that I want. There's one thumbnail that I want. Where is it? Is it this one? Ah, no, it's not this one. Let me try again. You can select a thumbnail like a YouTube thumbnail, but now for a document. Is it this one? Ah, no, not this one. Where is it? Is it you? Yeah, this is the one. Now, do you remember this post? Don't forget the post. Do not forget the post. Young coders who are increasingly using AI for everything, giving blank stares when asked how the program actually works. Now, I was looking for that image because it's a meme about ChatGPT. And let me just try to read the meme for you. Other people with ChatGPT. So as you can see here, there's a picture of a lady being taught by GPT how to read or how to study. And she's quite stressed, as you can see. She's quite stressed because she is other people, okay? People who are not obsessed or people who are not disciplined. They are very fearful from with the content, okay? But a random IT guy at 3 a.m. As you can see, there's a picture of a black guy here whipping the heck out of white guys who are picking cotton, and on their head is this is cloud. We have the one for Google, Gemini, and then ChatGPT. You can see the black guy is whipping white guys to pick the cotton up, to do the heavy lifting, to write the code. Okay, random IT guy at 3 a.m. in the morning. In short, we are surfing the wave of ChatGPT and other AI modules, and we are capable of using them much more efficiently than other people with ChatGPT. That is the reason why I picked the. But don't forget that this is a model that is supposed to upload this video. No, not the video, to upload the document that we selected inside the department. Okay. But I will not be uploading it because it's not a real document. It's not a real university document for the School of Engineering. It is just for the purposes of showing you the functionality of the upload. You can also change the background color of the document if you like, and then finalize by uploading. And look at this. If any detail is missing, you cannot upload the document. Please complete all the details for mental strength creative expansion.pdf before uploading. So these are, let me go back to the camera for emphasis. Oh, okay. These are features that you have to write down yourself. Otherwise, if you write them wrong, then you will end up publishing documents that do not have the right details, okay? Or it has missing details. So they cannot be found by the SEO. The search engine optimizer for Google cannot find the document because the document was uploaded without all the details that were required. Okay? The computers, the servers don't understand that this document is for third years only and not for first years. Because you fail to write code the right way. Okay? Because you lack mental resilience. You do not have the capacity to write it the right way. So you produce fake products. Okay? Do you see Leonardo da Vinci here, the drawing? Look at the details he gives to the hair. And this is a sketch. Okay? If he just drew it faster, we will produce some fake terrible things, man. So, ow. Hey, I guess I created emphasis until I started sweating. You see why I need to go back to the gym. I have become unfit. Just creating emphasis breaks a sweat. That was a brief break. Let us go back to what we were doing, which is showing you the university. I will come back and talk about these images. I also have to come back. By the way, because I still I because I have like slow internet. There's some things I'll leave here. VS Code, Visual Studio Code download. Just download Visual Studio Code right now. We will not be coding. We will not be coding on the video, but these are tools that you require. Visual Studio Code and Node.js. Node.js download. Okay, this is their main website, but Node.js download. Let me just do a Google search and leave them running because my internet is kind of slow. So you go into this website and then you download the npm manager. It's an npm manager, but you will understand what npm manager means in the subsequent videos. But for now, just Google Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is this platform here that we will be using to write green books, but for you we will name it something else. And Node, I already have Node installed. Node.js downloaded and installed. As you can see, this is how it looks. So it cannot be reached. Node.js, you see the logo and mine. Node.js, so I have it installed. So you download it and install it, and then just do a cmd search for command prompt and do node, type node dash v and press enter. You should see the version of the node that you installed. If you see some red writings over here, just know you have not installed it well. You have not installed it well, and you need to install it the way it should be installed. Now, once you have the two running, you're already set up. You have, if you have the two of them running, Visual Studio Code, this one, and Node.js, if you have both of them running, then you have already begun your journey of 1,000 miles with the first step. Okay, so let us go back to our university. Where were we? The upload process. So you cannot upload without being signed in, but if you are signed in, you can upload, but you have to fill in all the documents. Here is where we were, and as you can see, localhost says localhost is localhost. Okay, localhost is localhost, the website that is running on the machine. Greenbooks is the website. Look at my arm. Do you see why I need to go back to the gym? I got nothing, man. Got nothing. Gotta do some lifting. That looks like a chicken wing. Gotta do some lifting. But anyway, localhost says blah blah blah. So we'll not be uploading that document here. Cancel. Now, that is the library. That is the library. And this is the library on the localhost. Let us go to the library in the green books. Now that is the library. We are done with the library for now. Okay. So any user that signs in and registers as a business student, the number of users in the business school will increase to 1, 2, 3, 4, according to the way they are registering. And if you upload documents in business school, the number of documents will also continue increasing. And all these features are things that you must code. Otherwise, they will never exist. Mental fortitude, remember, of an obsessed stroke disciplined person. But let me tell you something. An obsessed person has limitations that a disciplined person doesn't have. An obsessed person tends to be reckless. And once you are reckless, a disciplined person can fuck you up. Okay, don't be reckless. Don't let your obsession make you a reckless person. Okay, so with that being said, we move on to the studio. So welcome to the lecture studio, the studio that I was bragging about. Here it is, better than OBS. Create high quality audiovisual lectures with screen sharing. Begin your recording journey today. You can continue without reading. Okay. Now, when you continue without reading, and let's say you select a document, you begin here. You begin here. There, you are given two options by a model. There are two studios on this website, one for lecture sharing like Zoom, and one for lecture recording, the one that we are using currently. I will not be going to lecture sharing because it will make the video long, but it basically looks like the studio that I am using right now, only the header, navigation, uh, items over here are replaced by students or users who are joining in the lecture. Do you get it? If a student clicks on the link and joins the lecture, that student's username is added to a list over here. And the students can raise their hand to ask a question, and the question will be teleconferenced, and everyone who is tuned into the lecture will be able to hear the question, or this talk that I am giving right now, all the students who are here will be in attendance. And also, if you like, you can just record the whole session the way we are doing it right now. But the lecture recording is now this one. It's just plain. It's just plain recording. You are given a document viewer on the side and a camera here, and it records everything, and you can get the video by downloads. It actually, when you stop recording, you can click a button and download the video that you just recorded. And it will be of better quality than what is produced by OBS. Huh. Enough showboating. Let us see the action. Let us go to lecture recording. It asks you to select a document, and the one the website that is published on greenbooks.co.ke has a small error in this section, in that it cannot handle large documents that are above maybe 15 MB. No, even 5 MBs. Documents that are larger than 5 MBs cannot be handled by this studio. Let us just open it and you'll see. Create a lecture title and a creator's name, and you confirm. You see, it did not open. And also another feature that is courtesy of not being signed up here is when you, let me select now a smaller document, say chess. You can see chess is 1 MB. You can, when you are not signed in, the creator's name is not specified. Okay, so you can confirm title and it opens up. Now you can see the studio opens up, but there are several errors. Content is being blocked. Contact the site owner to fix the issue. Now, as you can see now, the site owner has to be contacted because it is hosted. It is currently hosted. Now you have to contact the site owner, who is the developer. And as you can see, this is an error. That is an error that I haven't coded properly, and I cannot let it leave like that. Okay, so I have to actually fix it tonight. I will be writing that code, and by tomorrow morning it will be running properly. Okay, and I'll be using AI tools, but I'll not let the AI tools rob me of my creativity and mental stamina. Okay, I have to actually understand what is going on. Yeah, otherwise this section remains like this. But on the local host, you can see the document is opening up as it should. As it should. I'll come back to talk about Leonardo da Vinci later, but let us finish up with the studio. Now, it includes a camera. We will be also writing the code for the camera and everything, and the recording also. Now you start recording, and it will now look like this when you start recording. Now after recording, you just stop recording and get the video. As you can see right now, recording is in progress. Shui! Wow, 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 wow. I'm so tired. Oh, but I have to finish the video. So that's the studio. The publisher, the publisher is similar to the library. No, it is an aiding tool to the library. You select a document and publish it. Okay, it gives, but you have to be signed in to actually upload a document. Down below is a section where you can let your imagination soar. You create a post, and the post will show up in the home page like this. Okay, this is a post that I created to test the database and to test the functionality of the code. But it's just a testing post. It's a post to test the functionality of the blogging section. But as you can remember, I am signed in on the local host. So let us go to the publisher and try to create a post and see how it looks like. Create a post. As you can see, it opens a new tab, blog editor, localhost 3000/blog editor, where you can now edit your blog title, the poisoned oak tree, and then you can go ahead and write your blog post. Once upon a time, or let us say, legend has it that in the old town of blah 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 blah, and continue a blog post. Okay, or maybe you can use ChatGPT and paste whatever you want over here, and then you cannot save it currently. Your post is missing important details, and the important details that are missing are the ones of category. You can categorize it as news or literature, and maybe a subcategory, short stories. And there is a fallback subcategory, not applicable, just in case these subcategories don't fit whatever you're doing. Okay. And then you can also add an image to your blog post. And then finally, you can even change the background like in the document uploader. And then you save and finalize your blog post. Once you save and finalize your blog post, it will appear here like this. Okay. It will appear another blog post here, and people will be able to click on it to view it. Okay. Now you can read the rest of the document. Now you can read the rest of the document. Okay. Now I want you to notice something. Do you see 43 views? This is what I am. Let me switch to the camera. This is what I am talking about by writing complete code. I just opened this blog post. Okay. And as you can see, it was initially 43 views. But if I reload it, let it reload. It is 44 views now. That view has been counted because we opened up this document. And in the same way, the count of the documents in the library schools and the count of the users will also be incremented in a similar way, incremented and decremented, because if a user deletes a document, that document has to be minused. We have to keep correct numbers. Okay, so I'll close that library for now. What else? What else? Where are we? Where were we? So let me see if I can sign up. because also signing up is a very difficult feature to do. It's a difficult feature to do, but these days we have AI and it is supposed to assist you, but not take over your mind. Okay? So sign in with Google. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. What went wrong? So for me to see the errors of what went wrong. Anyway, you just download these two tools. Download these two tools. We will meet in the next video if you are tired and want to leave. I am just about finished with my university, with explaining the university that we are going to be building. I am about to start talking about Leonardo da Vinci. But if you're feeling tired, you will work out in the next video. But in the next video, I'll be not shirtless. I'll have a shirt, which means that we will be very serious in the next video. We'll be beginning our project officially. So I will close all. There is something I want to show you, for those who are still viewing, which is catching errors. Catching errors. Let me close these tabs. These very many tabs. Now, I normally catch errors on Mozilla Firefox. Come on, Firefox, what is happening? Now, as it opens up, let me try to remember the error I was trying to catch. Oh, the error I'm trying to catch is the one for large documents. Do you remember the studio that we opened up and it failed to open up at first, and then when it opened, the document could not be loaded? Do you remember that part? Close one. Keep this one. Not now. Green books. Greenbooks.co.ke. Is my internet connection available really? So there is something called React Dev Tools. If I press F12, F12, is that F12? Or Control Shift I. It's not showing up. But let the page load up first so that I can try to show it. F12. Come on. F12, yeah. So here it is. It's called uh, uh, React Dev Tools, and you have to have it installed also. So just look for React Developer Tools, and then you go to the first link in the Chrome Web Store. It's an extension for Chrome and it's an extension for web browsers. Now, once you are in the Chrome Web Store, you have to now install it. My internet is slow today. And it is the thing that will help you catch errors because it logs all information. Let me show you one of the things. Now let me use the local host because local host is the one that we are coding in the local environment to show you one log. Where are the logs, man? Requesting permission for notification, permission denied. There is something. I just want to catch one log. Everything is working. I built it too perfect. I cannot catch an error. Where can I catch an error? Let me go to the... Okay, let me open the post. F12. Let me just reload it. Permission denied, requesting permission. Where are my logs, man? I cannot find the logs because everything is working. I need to find an. Okay, I know what to do. I will disable the internet. Disconnect. And then try to reload. As you can see, there are many errors now. Error fetching blog post. Type error, network error when attempting to fetch the resource. Now, for you to get these errors, you actually have to have React Developer Tools installed in your browser. It's an extension. For me, clicking this will remove it from Chrome. I already have it. For you, it will be added to Chrome. So click on it and add it over there. It will help you catch these errors. And I will show you this error in the code. As you can see, fetch blog post view 73. Now, blog post view is a component inside Greenbooks. Blog post view.js. Line 73. Line 73. As you can see, line 73. Console.error. Error fetching blog post and the reason. What is this error? Network error when attempting to fetch resource. But let me now connect to the internet again. So tired. When I connect to the internet, everything works. And as you can see, the page loads and there are no errors. It loads without errors because the fetch blog posts actually fetches the post and there is nothing being logged inside here. If we could log something like on, come on, log, we can log post has been fetched with 3 exclamation marks. And then we save. If I save, I want you to look at this place. Control S. You see it is compiling. It is recompiling in the local host. And it should buy a faster machine. My machine is now slow. Come on. Finish compiling. What the hell? This is very easy stuff. Ah, this damn machine. Come on, man. Yeah, it's done. So now if I reload the thing, even no need to reload. You can see post has been fetched with the 3 exclamation marks because of this console log over here. And if I reload it again, post has been fetched, post has been fetched, post has been fetched, meaning it is triggering this API call 3 times. This statement is running 3 times. And that is an error. That is an error in code that can make the website expensive to whatever, to run. And as you can see, blog post number 63, line number 63 is console.log post has been fetched. Okay, but I'm going to remove it because it's unnecessary. I just wanted to show you the remove it and save. Control S. I just wanted to show you the work of React Dev Tools. Come on, save it. Finish compiling. Now, when I reload, we are back to no logs because everything is working. Okay, and there are no errors. Uh, Now, if you can remember, we had 48 views or something, 44 views. We had 44 views, but we have been reloading this page a couple of times. We have been reloading it to test the logs. I'm just going to close them and even close the local host and then reload Greenbooks, and you see the number of views has been updated. 45. Okay, now it was a single view. It was a single viewer. Now it's from 44, now it's 45. And these are things that we will write. So stick around, okay? Stick around, man. In the next video, we'll be doing serious stuff. For now, let me talk about Da Vinci, man. Mental resilience. I've already finished the point of the video, so feel free to exit. But lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. Leave comments. Thanks for watching. Now look at the continuous prose over here. From the handwriting, you can tell that this Leonardo guy is a creative guy. He's just out of this world, because look at the attention that he pays to details. He could draw maybe these hairs, maybe 3 per day, and then you go for your walk. You go for a 5-hour walk, thinking about how you will make the drawing better. Then tomorrow you come back and start the drawing again. Okay, look at the stare. The stare is almost too real. The stare of the eye. Look at the shade that is below this part. See this part. There's how light affects the falls on the face of Leonardo da Vinci. Though this is not Leonardo da Vinci, this is an AI rendition. It's even this image. What is the name of this image? I forget. But there are several aspects to it. As you can see, there's a complete circle that is not so perfect. It should be perfect. And then there is a perfect square also with all the dimensions. So there is meaning to this drawing, something about anatomy and geometry in this drawing. It's not just a drawing, okay, because anyone can draw. But what are you drawing, man? What are you drawing? You draw something of substance. What do you see when you look at this image? Before I tell you, though I'm not sure if what I'll tell you is the real thing, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. For me, what I'm seeing is this is a woman's pelvis, and this is a baby inside here in the womb. Maybe I'm seeing my own things. But as you can see, it's just a random sketch by this guy. And it's because he had sharpened his tool. Guy is sharp as hell. Okay? And he can do very crazy stuff. His drawings were, his sketches just, they speak something. It makes you investigate more about it. And I included the image of a brain inside here. It's an AI generated image because, like I said, we are fostering mental fortitude, and we are boosting the creativity of the mind. I have forgotten my anatomy. Who can name the parts of this brain? There's the frontal lobe. It's very easy to catch. I guess there's the parietal. I've forgotten the names. This is the medulla. Or no, this is the cerebellum. This is not the medulla. The medulla is the brainstem. Do you see this tree over here? I don't know if it is responsible for balance. And this one is responsible for computations and maybe falling in love, feelings and stuff. Frontal lobe. I've forgotten. There are parts that are for speech. But yeah, that's the brain. And the gist of the video, you can see light emanating from it. We are supposed to okay, to buy your mind. Remember to follow me, Vico HQ, on Twitter. Okay, the last image of Leonardo da Vinci is also a brain and drawings and stuff. And as you can see, there's music. Also, music borders on creativity. Okay, Juice World, all these artists. I don't know why I started with Juice World, but all these artists who do poetry. So sleep soundly in your beds tonight, for judgment falls upon you at first light. Do you feel them the do you feel the poetry? So sleep soundly in your bed tonight. Judgment falls upon you at first light. Google those lyrics and listen to that song. And after listening to that song, you listen to other songs by that artist, the Disturbed. Or it's not the Disturbed, they're called Disturbed. There is no the. So I guess I should end the video because I'm tired. Goodbye. See you on the next one. I'll be wearing a shirt. I'll be very serious on the next one. Follow me at Vico HQ.